Oh, hey, from your bones to your hormones, we cover it all. If it has to do with your health, it's talked about here on Dr. Health. And as a matter of fact, we are going to be talking about hormonal health today with Hugh Woodward. He is a hormone expert and has been in the medical field for quite some time. His father was a doctor, a gynecologist, and he has just a myriad of experience in various aspects of healthcare and medicine, and we welcome him to the cage in our microphones this morning. Good morning, Hugh. How the health are you?
Hi, David. I'm doing great.
Excellent. Well, thanks for being there. Now, for anyone old enough to remember the twist, I mentioned this a little earlier in the program. In other words, you have to be over 40 to remember that dance way back when. Let's talk about things that, because when we were that young, some decades ago, for those of you old enough to remember the twist, we know that we had more energy then, and we had just a lot more life force, and yet. Oh, I'm getting some feedback here. Do you? Oh! I thought,
love it.
Yeah, sometimes we I thought that was a technical glitch because I thought I had the wrong control on and we were playing one of our other radio stations. We have an oldie station.
Oh, no, we're doing the twist.
All right. Okay, well, I should be standing up and dancing. Okay, my producer surprised me there. Okay. Anyway,
I love it.
Let's talk about some of the symptoms of hormone deficiency as we get older, because hormones really are what keep us young. I mean, among other things, of course, but you've studied hormones at length, and tell us what you've found out when it comes to people over 35 or 40 and how hormones diminish or they become imbalanced. You can actually have too much of one and not enough of another. So
Sure.
Give us a rundown on that.
Well, as we get older, there's this precursor. It's a building block in our bodies called DHEA, or dehydroepiandrosterone. And it's a base for some 50 different hormones in the body. It does a lot of good things. Counterbalances cortisol, helps as a base for sebum, or skin oil, which we know of. But back to your question, with DHEA, we make more and more DHEA from birth until about the age of 25. From there, males and females alike make about 2% less per year. So by the age of 35, we're all making about 20% less of this base building block or precursor to other smaller, more specific hormones like testosterone, estrogen, estrone, estradiol, estriol, the whole cascade of hormones.
So in other words, DHA is the raw material building blocks of the other hormones, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the foundation. It's the base building block that we make hormones from, and we make less and less of it after age 25, which explains why what you're talking about. You don't feel like doing the twist anymore after about age 40. People are kind of slowing down. They're starting to feel these hormonal declines.
So that's why the so-called low T that everyone talks about in the media and medicine, people are being treated, men in particular, are being treated for, it's like a andropause or testosterone replacement therapy.
Yeah, what's scary about that is that they talk about, men need to be taking testosterone. What they don't tell you is that once you begin to use testosterone, you've got to continue to use testosterone because your body makes less of its own.
It's like taking thyroid hormone. Is your body shuts down its own production of the hormone?
Yeah,
okay.
The more you take, the less you make.
Right.
And so,
okay.
Yeah, and that's why it's a prescription thing, and it should be monitored carefully and not over-prescribed because, you make less of your own. Whereas if you're using DHEA, a precursor to testosterone, you don't shut that system down. Your body still converts some of the DHEA into testosterone itself, and therefore the testicles don't shrink, and you continue to make your own testosterone.
Now, So it's a much safer way of doing it. But I've had, personally, just from talking from experience, I've taken DHEA in the past, tablets or capsules, and some results, but some side effects too. So tell us about the delivery forms of how to take DHEA and how much to take, because I think our listeners would benefit from that information the most.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Dave. That's a great question. The DHEA is nothing new. People have known of DHEA for some 30 years. It's been taken as an oral supplement, and it was always thought, well, wow, this is going to do great things for me.
Mm-hmm.
And so folks take it as a tablet or a capsule, and yet they don't really feel anything. They don't really notice any changes, and they're like, well, this doesn't work. This is, Well, the reason is that when you take it orally, your liver, the first pass effect of the liver, filters out or eliminates most of the DHEA that you take. And what does get into the bloodstream is just a tiny little bit of DHEAS, which is DHEA sulfate. And DHEA sulfate is not a bad thing, but it's not got the broad range of benefits that free DHEA has in terms of being a base for all the sex hormones.
So it doesn't have the activity level? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, put very basically, you don't feel the difference, and you don't notice any changes. When you use it as a cream, as a bioidentical skin cream, you're putting something the body makes and uses naturally in the skin, on the skin, and you're allowing it to be absorbed on the skin where it's produced and metabolized naturally anyway. And so you're getting free free DHEA.
And I know a lot of women take DHEA for improving the health of their skin. So do you want to speak about that?
Sure. The other benefit to applying it on your skin is that DHEA, as we were saying earlier, is a base for sebum, which allows for skin hydration and softness. And it's also protective against both UV and chemical and UV carcinogens. So,
wow.
Yeah, very, very good.
And that's if it's applied topically, or oh, interesting. Wow. And
yeah,
would that be?
Folks,
no, go ahead.
A lot of folks use Twist 25 cream and apply it on thin, hairless skin, and then take a little dab and apply it on your forehead and cheeks and neck as well.
Wow.
And people notice incredible improvements in skin hydration, smoothness, feels softer. Women love that. All right,
Interesting.
You can get soft, smooth skin, and you're protecting against carcinogens as well. That's good. And then there's an additional benefit, which is that it helps to fade keratoses or age spots.
Is that
liver
right?
Spots that they call them.
Yeah, right, exactly. Well, this is interesting because I didn't know about some of the other effects, and I know that you have. Actually, was your father that developed this Twist 25 skin cream?
Yeah.
The DHEA?
Yeah, he started using it for patients some 23 years ago.
Whoa! Really?
And yeah, and about 8 years ago, I went up to visit him in Dallas, and he's always got new ideas and great new advances that he's working on. And he said, "Hey, Hugh, have you ever tried my DHEA cream?" And I said, "No, what's that?" And so he explained to me at that time what DHEA was and why it was so important and why you should use it as a cream. And it made a lot of sense to me. So I started using it, and after about a month, he calls me and he goes, "So, Hugh, how are you feeling? What are you noticing from using the DHEA cream?" I said, "Oh, my God, this is amazing." I said, I feel great. It was.
And you were how old at that time, Hugh? How old were you when you started the DHEA?
I was 41 at the time.
Wow, you sound about 41 now. I haven't met you face to face, so
well, thank you.
Yeah, okay.
See, it's working.
Yeah,
right.
right. No, I honestly thought you were in your 40s. So okay.
No, but it really at age 49 that I am now, I really, really noticed it. And my friends that I knew in high school are like, "Woodward, what do you do, man? You're not getting any older. How come?" And these guys that are all friends of mine from high school are getting old and fat. We're all fighting the fight. But
have you been to your high school reunions? That you're telling me? Yeah, right. Okay, that's the best.
It is. And you get a snapshot view of, okay, am I doing the right thing to stay healthy, or am I doing something wrong?
Exactly, right. Yeah,
you need every advantage we can get,
It's kind of a reference point, yeah. Hey, Hugh, can you stay with us? We just need to take a brief bottom-hour station ID break, and I have many more questions for you. When we come back from this brief break for a bottom-hour ID, we'll have some more information on the hazards and side effects of taking the DHEA tablets or capsules. Also, I'll tell you about my experience. I've been taking this Twist 25. We'll tell you how to get it as well, because it's not typically available in stores, is it? It's kind of a direct thing. I remember
it's available in some stores in the U.S.
Okay, all right.
In Hawaii, it's very limited.
Yeah, okay. So we'll tell you how to get it, and also more information about it, and also balancing your hormones, some more information on that, and how it can possibly increase your sex drive and libido, as well as strength and energy, and what are the doses, and what are the differences in dose from men to women. We'll talk all about that, and your questions welcome as well at 296-5467. But we're going to be selective about the calls, but if you have a good question on hormones, it's welcome at 296-KHNR. Otherwise, we will be back with more information for your hormonal health here on Dr. Health with my special guest, Hugh Woodward, expert on this particular subject. Stick around if you want to stay healthy. Back right after this as Dr. Health continues.
Hi there, health fans. Dick Allgaier here. Why are sunburns the trendy thing to do this summer? What's happening to McDonald's? And why should you hold on to a mouthful of oil every morning? I'll have the details coming up in the next hour of the Dr. Health Show.
Where did you get that smile? Beautiful smiles from Dr. Dennis Nagata. Where did you get that smile that makes you you? Where did you get that confidence that lets you look like you do? Oh, what a look. Yes, you're looking good. You take care of your teeth just like you should. Where did you get that smile? The one that belongs to you. Nothing looks so right than a smile that's so bright. Tell me, where did you get that smile? You can smile so beautifully. Beautiful smiles are a specialty. Where did you get that smile? Beautiful smiles from Dr. Dennis Nagata.
AM 690, The Answer, KHNR, Honolulu. A service of Salem Communications on the NASDAQ at SALM, AM 690, The Answer.
You're listening to Dr. Health Radio, Hawaii's #1 health talk show, bringing you the latest information on medicine, fitness, nutrition, and wellness. If you have a question or comment for host David Snow or his guest concerning today's topic of discussion, call now at 296-KHNR. 296-5467. Now, back to David Snow and the Dr. Health Radio Show on AM 690, KHNR.
Snow.
37 minutes after the hour. Thanks for staying with us. It is David Snow on your radio. Welcome back to the Cure for the Common radio show. Who needs something in your cup to wake up when you have us on your radio? More stimulating talk radio without the caffeine. Actually, that's a question I could ask Hugh. Hugh Woodward is my guest, and if you're just joining us, we're talking about hormonal health. Hugh, welcome back to the program. What about so many people at this time of the morning who are on every Saturday morning at 9 o'clock, and our show does repeat at 9 p.m. Tonight, but so many people drink coffee to wake them up. What has been your experience with taking this DHEA, the Twist 25 DHEA cream, as far as energy in the morning? And really, do you still need that cup of coffee to get you going in the morning? Or what? Is there any difference in energy when you first wake up in the morning?
Well, I haven't compared coffee to DHEA cream. I must say, I do like my coffee anyway.
Right,
even though you do get one thing we hear, and this is pretty universal from all these folks that use Twist 25 cream. is that one of the first things they feel is a better sense of energy, focus, well-being. A lot of women call it a feeling of well-being, but it's a basic improvement in energy level. So, in answer to your question, yes. The short answer, yes. That's something we hear very, very often.
Well, if I could just share a brief testimonial, one of the many times I've taken it, and that was, and I think I might have told you this last week when we talked, but I was on a business trip a couple days, and I did not take it with me. And I've taken Twist 25 DHA cream off and on for quite a while. So, and as our listeners know, I don't endorse or recommend anything I don't take myself, unless it's a female health product, of course. But I always put it to the test initially before I don't have anything on that I don't really try myself or eat myself or take myself. But anyway, I came back from this trip and I didn't have it on, haven't for about 2 days, and I came back at night and. So I thought, well, I'll put it on before bedtime. But I must admit, Hugh, and here's a confession, that even though the recommendation is to rub in the DHEA Twist 25 cream morning and night, twice a day, I was only doing it in the morning because I thought, well, I want to economize and, I want energy in the morning for the rest of the day, and who needs it at night? Well, I took it that night, or I put it on my skin that night, and I slept like a baby. I mean, I couldn't believe the sleep. And so I started doing that, and I thought, oh, my God, this really improves the quality of sleep. Now, tell us how DHEA works, because we're talking, up to this point, we've been talking about how it gives you energy, increases your libido, sex drive, strength. But how does it improve sleep?
Well, there's a great study that anybody can find on the web. If you Google DHEA and REM sleep, you will find it. But it's by Dr. Price and Treichel and several other physicians. And what they discovered is that if your DHEA level is higher, your deep REM sleep, that cycle of sleep where you dream and release a lot of hormones, is deeper.
Oh,
and,
okay.
And so you have a higher REM sleep level, which means you're sleeping deeper. And so as a result, you wake up feeling more energized and really have that energy that I'm talking about, where, you feel like going to work out in the afternoon because you slept well the night before.
Yeah.
And then when you work out in the afternoon, you typically get tired and want to sleep. And so it builds on itself. It's an interesting cycle because, as you sleep better and you exercise more, you're getting in better shape. It's a circadian rhythm that you need to maintain and keep working at its best to stay at your healthiest. And sleep is so important.
Well, if people can't stay with us for the entire hour, tell people how they can get the cream should they want to try it themselves and experience all the benefits we're talking about. Because, I don't really... I mean, it's rare that I endorse something this strongly, but it really has a pronounced effect on your feeling of well-being, your things we're talking about, the energy, the libido, and so on. So
you can go online. You can go online to www.twist25.com.
Okay.
Or call. We have a toll-free number at 888-489-4782.
4782, okay. And can you give us some kind of special for Dr. Health Radio listeners?
We are doing a 15% off today.
Okay.
And that's on top of quantity discounts. There's like a 3-pack that you can get and get $15 off of the 3-pack, and then apply your 15% off coupon. And that coupon is Dave. Dave Snow's first name here.
David, okay. David or Dave, yeah. I usually go by David, but either one.
Actually, let me make sure that we are doing it as Dave or David. You got a good point there. Let's make sure here.
Okay. All right.
Yes, it's David. I'm sorry. We did spell it out completely. So David, D-A-V-I-D.
Oh, Well, thank you. The listeners, I'm sure, will appreciate that as well. And I think I'm going to buy 3 because I only had 1 before, or maybe 2. But yeah, 3. Like anything,
That way you get
economy of scale. Yeah, you get.
You get both discounts, and it's really a good deal that way.
Right. And speaking of 3, I want to mention right here just my experience with the Twist 25 DHA cream, Hugh, and that is, to me, it gives a third layer of energy. Layer number 3. The first layer of energy for me is foods and beverages, of course. Second is food supplements, which is kind of frosting on the cake. It doesn't take the place of foods and beverages, but it adds to it. And many of the nutrients that I take and that people take act to turn food into energy. But the third is hormones, and like the DHEA Twist 25 cream that you have offered, it balances your body and it helps you produce more energy that you would not otherwise feel with just the foods and the vitamins and herbs and other supplements. So if you want that extra 10 or 20% boost in strength and energy, as well as feeling of well-being, mentally, not only physically, but give Twist 25 a shot. I mean, a squirt. It's actually a pump. Thank goodness it's a cream and not an injection, because I have a phobia about needles. But like some hormones you have to inject. But this is pretty simple. Yeah, and
it takes about 10 seconds. You rub it on thin, hairless skin on your side. We tell people squirt it on your inner arm between your wrist and elbow there.
Okay.
And then just rub it in a circular motion on your abdomen or your side there. And that way you can absorb and process it on both those skin surfaces. And then obviously don't go swimming right after you do it.
Yeah, right. You want to. How many hours does it take to get absorbed? An hour or 2?
Leave it on for before you bathe or anything for 2 to 3 hours.
2 to 3.
And then,
okay.
Yeah, and it's completely worn off after 10 or 12.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, that's why we recommend you put it on morning and evening.
Oh, okay. Now, I've been switching arms. Is that important to do? Last night I put it on my right arm, and then this morning I put it on my left arm when I woke up.
You can. That's perfectly fine. It won't change anything in terms of, your left side won't be any different from your right if you only did it on your left, or vice versa. So it doesn't really have to be rotated around, but you can if you like.
All right, let's give that. We need to take one last break of the hour, but let's give that offer again. Let's see, I wrote the number down: 888-489-4782. Does that spell out anything like 1-888 hormones?
4-TWIST-25. So 888.
Okay.
4-TWIST-25. So that way, if you're driving right now, you don't have to, do anything dangerous. Just remember 4-TWIST-25.
Okay, the number 4 and then twist-25.
Right.
Now, let me ask you before our break. I have no idea where the name Twist-25 came from. Is it because you feel 25 again after you start taking the DHEA Twist-25?
It comes from several different reasons for it, but yeah, it kind of turns back the hands of time to make you feel like you're 25 again.
Oh, well, that's good. I mean, that's definitely a good thing. After taking Twist 25, you might not feel like you're 20 again, but you might feel 20 or 25 years younger than you are right now. And unless you're 40 years old, then you might feel 20 again.
It definitely turns back the hands of time. It helps you feel. No, it doesn't literally, but it helps you feel and look better than you would otherwise. And as we say, look your best, feel your best. Use Twist 25 DHEA cream.
Or is the offer also available if they go to the www.twist25.com?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
All right. And do you have research on that and information on some of the
we do.
Okay.
There's a great site. Go to the blog. You'll see there's a tab on the twist25.com website, and you can read lots of different blog posts there. There's also a website called DHEAFacts.com.
Oh, okay.
And it has a lot of the published medical research available there so that people can read depending on their interest.
All right. Hugh, when we come back, I want to ask you about sex drive and libido and how Twist 25 DHEA cream can possibly influence both men and women positively in that regard. Also, more information on balancing your hormones and the side effects and some of the undesirable things that the tablets or capsules can have as consequences of taking too much in the way of oral DHEA. and more as we continue here on the Healthiest 2 Hours on Radio. I'm David Snow, talking today with hormone expert Hugh Woodward, and we will be back with more information for your good health right after this as Dr. Health continues.
What's nature's most powerful antioxidant? It's a microalgae known as astaxanthin. So what's the most powerful astaxanthin supplement? BioAstin from Nutrex, Hawaii. It's the ultimate nutrient for joint and muscle health, eye and brain health, recovery after exercise, as well as the health of your skin. And only BioAstin is grown right here in Hawaii, along the sunny Kona coast of the Big Island. What makes BioAstin so powerful? Nutrex Hawaii has perfected the production of BioAstin using just the right combination of the most intense sunlight, the purest water on the planet, and the scientific knowledge to achieve the highest potency, all to bring you nature's strongest antioxidant nutrient. You can find BioAstin at your nearest natural food store or wherever fine supplements are sold. Want more information about BioAstin? Go to itakebioastin.com. More nutrition, better health, purely Hawaiian. BioAstin.
Today, more than ever, we local people are living longer than any other state in the Union, with more seniors, baby boomers, and caregivers. Generations Radio promotes the importance to be proactive as we all age. The radio team will focus on issues facing our seniors and their families, finding resources to navigate healthy aging along with financial, legal, and caregiving information. So join Percy E. Hauer from 5 until 6 each Saturday, right here on AM 690, The Answer.
That sounds like Love Potion number 9. Well, we're talking about a health potion, maybe not number 9, but number 25. Twist 25. Love. Actually, let's talk about, since it's Love Potion number 9, let's talk about sex and love and libido. How does DHEA improve it as in comparison to testosterone or estrogen?
Well, as we were saying, DHEA is a base building block for both estrogen and testosterone.
Mm-hmm.
It is primarily a base for androgens,
right.
And so androgens definitely give us the oomph. That's what gives us our drive as humans. And there's some great medical research studies out. One article that I thought was really great, and you may want to look up on the web, is DHEA improves sex and helps keep women in love.
Really? Oh, okay.
by Will Block. But it's an excellent article that really goes through a lot of the studies that have been done, medical studies.
Mm-hmm.
There's a year-long French study that was done. There's also some great work by Dr. Fernand Labrie. Dr. Labrie is a big proponent of DHEA used as a cream, and
that's how this study was done, was using it as a cream?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
So now I know there's a lot of undesirable effects and I've had them personally, or I've experienced them personally from taking DHEA tablets or capsules, the oral type, either taking too much of it or it just doesn't do the same thing that your DHEA Twist 25 cream does. So what's going on there?
DHEA it's got no dangerous side effects, but what can happen is you can break out like you did when you were in high school or something. You know, you begin to make more skin oils, and so some folks use too much, and they get skin blemishes again, and so that kind of is a downside.
Now I also found it kind of. Oh, go ahead.
Well, if that happens, just use less or stop using it, and it goes away. It's not anything permanent or harmful.
Right.
There's also increased hair growth. Now, for some people, that's wonderful, and they like that.
Oh, can I rub it on my head?
Yeah, right? Yeah, I mean, people do experience better hair growth, but sometimes if for women, if that's not wanted, don't apply it on your face.
Sure.
But that too, if you find that is something that you're experiencing, then just use less of it or stop using it. It'll go away, and it's nothing permanent.
Well, what about the metabolism of it, Hugh? Because it seems that when I take the tablets, I have kind of a on edge, not irritable, well, a little irritable and anxious, or and I don't get that with your cream though. I mean, I get the positives without the negative side effects. What's going on there?
DHEA occurs naturally in your skin. It's something that's metabolized. In fact, this work by Dr. Labrie showed that up to 80%, I think it was 88% is what he showed in the study, 88% of postmenopausal women's hormones are actually metabolized in the skin, in the dermis.
Wow.
Which is really interesting. But what that leads to is the understanding that the dermis is a natural place for this to occur. And so you're putting what occurs there naturally on the skin where it's used and produced there. And so as a result, your body uses it like it should, and it feels right. I mean, you can tell. People need to use it for at least 2 or 3 weeks. But once you do, and you, like with you start to feel those lots of little subtle improvements in your health and well-being, you get it. I mean, it's like this, oh, wow, this is the right thing in the right place, and it's making me feel leaner and fitter. I have more energy. I'm sleeping better at night. My muscle tone is better. My skin is softer. My hair's growing faster. My nails are growing faster. I don't get anymore.
Sold.
It's like, God, it does all these great things. And then this is the other part that I really want to tell the listeners is that, for a long time they thought, oh, well, don't take DHEA. It might increase your risk of cancer. What they've actually found is that the reverse is true. If you keep your DHEA levels up, you are at a reduced risk of cancer of all types.
Wow.
That's
huge.
So
I mean, just that reason
alone
alone is worth why you should. A lot of people should take it.
Yeah.
Wow. That's really something. We had an off-air call, but let's see. Well, we'll get to that. Okay, so just to recap the sex drive and libido, how long before, I mean, you talked about some of the general effects of more energy and everything after just a few weeks. Would the libido effects be evident within the first tube or two of using DHEA 25, the Twist 25 DHEA cream?
For men, it is. I would say that for women, it takes 2 or 3 cycles or 2 or 3 months.
Right. Okay.
Before, because they have so much hormonal fluctuation month to month anyway.
Now, what about for postmenopausal women?
Same.
Okay.
Same thing. It's something your body needs and uses naturally, and you're putting it on your skin, which is a very small, subtle, gentle way of absorbing it. But you need to do it for a good period of time. I put it right next to my toothbrush and toothpaste so I don't forget.
Okay.
But that way you do it morning and evening, and just ask yourself after about 3 weeks, am I feeling this, or what's the deal? And you'll see.
Yeah.
Sex drive, you notice the sleep,
right.
Just lots of things.
Yeah, I don't know about with me. Sometimes I'll go in the bathroom and I'm hardly awake, and I'll get off the toothbrush. And I remember some years ago there was one of the toothpaste companies that had a pump which is similar to the DHEA pump you have. I might if I put it by my toothbrush, I might mistake it.
Dang, you smell minty today.
You'll really get your gums stimulated there. But anyway, we only have
for external use only.
Yeah, right, exactly. So let's give the offer one more time to listeners that are tuning in late, or if they didn't get it, if they were driving. Actually, it was good that you mentioned that if you are driving, all you have to remember as far as the phone number is 888-4-TWIST-25. And but the phone number numerically is 489-4782. That's 489-4782, and that's a 888 number, a toll-free number. And then the website once more, please, Hugh.
It's Twist25, TWIST, the number 2, the number 5.com.
All right.
And use the coupon code David, and you will get 15% off the Twist 25 you order. And you should get the 3-pack to get the super good deal, because you'll get that quantity discount and the 15% off on top of that.
Okay, so basically, if you're old enough to remember the twist, as we open the show with, you need to be using the twist. If you remember the twist, use the twist, please. Balancing your hormones is the key. One of the main keys to a long, happy, healthy life, and you don't have to suffer from hormone hell. We want you to be in hormone harmony, right, Hugh?
And do the twist. I like that. You got to
twist.
use that song as our exit song.
Oh,
right?
okay. Yeah, my producer, you just cued him on that. So today, hey, today's 7-Eleven. So today might be the listener's lucky day to improve their health by supplying your bodies out there in Radio Land with the hormones it needs to produce the results you desire, the results that we have been talking about in the last hour here with Hugh Woodward. Well, Hugh, we just have less than a minute left. I want to thank you so much for being here. Come back anytime and keep us updated on the research having to do with DHEA, and also the cream is again bioidentical. It's not anything that's in need of a prescription, or and you don't have the side effects of some of the hormones that people do take. So we want to thank you again. Again, that number one last time: 888-489-4782, and or if you're driving around, 888-4TWIST25, or you can go to the website www.twist25.com. Thanks so much, Hugh.
Thanks, David. I really appreciate it.
All
Have a
right,
great day.
there we go. And hey, you got to do the twist today yourself, Hugh.
Oh yeah, I'm doing the twist right now
Oh.
as we speak. And hey, just remember this: use Twist 25. Make your own hormones.
Yeah, so that's a good one. That's a good one, and you'll be wanting to do the twist for a long, long time. Okay, that's it for the show.
All right,
Okay, thanks,
Talk to
you.
you later.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
Join us next hour for Sharon Lund talking about dying to live and the integrated being.